So, Iran or Houthi backed, Iranian Houthi backed rebels or whatever bombed an oil production facility and, an oil, a well site, and oil prices are going up, and which probably means gas prices are going to go up, and this, that, and the other. And what does that mean for us in the transportation industry, as far as oil field based in the U.S.? And then I'm going to move on to just global trade and how that affects the transportation industry here in the U.S. So let's start with the oil fields. I've had a lot of guys call me over the last couple of days. Man, did I get out of the oil field too early? Is this, with rates dropping and now this happens, they're going to be paying more? No, they're not. No, they're not. Right now, oil companies and these fracking companies are licking their chops because oil prices are going to go up. Now, for how long, no one knows, but oil prices are going to go up, and they're still going to pay the shit rates that they're paying. And I think what really bugs me about it is 98% of the truck drivers and companies out there do not realize, and they don't want to realize, that they've got these fracking companies, Halliburton, Schlumberger, BJ, all of them, and all these oil companies by the cojones, and all they got to do is stop pulling sand. 1, 2, maybe 3 days. Just shut it down. Forget you. We're not working for these rates. And there ain't none of them going to do it, because there's always that one SOB sitting in the background just praying that everyone does something like that so he can jump in there and get the rates just a little bit higher, 10, 20 bucks, and he's fine with that. There are too many shit-ass wannabe trucking companies, wannabe damn truck drivers out there that are willing to cut these rates down to nothing to put good, hard-working people out of work, because $24, $25, $30 a load profit to them is making good money. So, did you get out of the oil field too early? No, I don't think so. I do not see these rates jumping way up because of this happening. Is oil production going to jump up? Maybe. Are they going to uncap some wells, frack some more wells? Maybe. Depends on how long that crap lasts over there. But you're not going to see rates go up, and even if you do, it's not going to be significant enough to see someone like me or some of the guys that I've worked with over the years say, oh, we're going to move our trucks back into the oil field. That's not going to happen. I'm sitting here, just bought 6 new trucks and trailers, and I have no intention of ever putting them in the oil fields. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. One, they're too nice, and two, there is not enough money to be made out there anymore, because truck drivers have allowed these other companies to come in and cut the rates down, and they've allowed these fracking companies like Halliburton, who everyone knows has shit rates, like Schlumberger, who just said they were cutting their rates another 30%. Same thing. I mean, across the board, rates are just getting worse. Just because the Iranians decided to bomb an oil refinery or production site, I don't see that affecting the rates in American oil fields to the point that everyone needs to run back to the oil fields. Now, let's move on to global trade. How's that affect our industry? Well, it depends on what it is. We ship a lot of stuff overseas, and we also import a lot of stuff from overseas. So, if there's large tariffs on things coming in, certain things coming in, obviously certain things coming in may slow down. But typically, it doesn't affect the transportation industry. We move so much stuff inside of our country that we're still, even if we had nothing imported, we would be short drivers to haul the freight and the means needed to keep this country running. And that includes everything from gasoline to toilet paper. I mean, it's everything. There is enough production of goods in our country alone A lot of this imported stuff is just BS stuff. I mean, yeah, it gets hauled, but you have companies now that are shipping everything by rail and they just have final mile services. Do I like that? No, I think it's bullshit. Is it effective? Is it efficient? To a point. It really just depends. I've seen a lot of loads get lost going by rail, and I've seen even more of them found, but way late. Like, customers have canceled that order and went somewhere else because it took too long. Whereas you could get someone like me in my company. I have a specialized expedited division. So I have 4 trucks and 4 trailers, and then 1 truck that pulls 3 different trailers that are teams. They are husband and wife teams or something along that lines, but they are teams. If one of the team members quits or whatever, they're taking off those accounts and someone else is put on it. But that is all they do, is expedited flatbed freight. Someone needs this load of lumber, super quick and in a hurry, they call us. If someone needs, this specialized piece of equipment from Texas up to North Dakota, they call us. I just got, all the insurance and permits and stuff to do my own pilot car services, so I'm not going to have to worry about finding pilots to get my oversized loads where I want them. But anyways, back to the point. We have a lot of freight that just goes over the Canadian border. International trade deals will always affect the transportation industry, but it has typically never affected it negatively. Now, I say typically. There have been times in history that it has. Not going to get into specifics because that just gets into a very long and boring conversation as far as I'm concerned. So, if we're exporting more goods, you're going to see a lot more trucks going towards the coastlines. You're going to see them going east, you're going to see them going west, and you're going to see them going, down south. Down to like the Gulf or something like that. But you will typically see, when we are exporting a lot of goods, more trucks moving to the east or west coast. Now, whether it's the southeast coast down to Savannah or something like that, or up to Jersey or New York or Maine or whatever, depending on where that particular container or whatever's got to go. Same thing going west. We run custom cut aluminum out of Ferndale, Washington, and that stuff comes in from overseas. And it's just a little short run, but it runs us down to pick up an oversized load of machinery that's come in from overseas, and that stuff goes long distance. So, and we've run aluminum billet out to Ferndale, Washington, to the port up there, so it can go overseas. So, trade typically does not have a negative effect on the transportation industry, typically. Back to the oil field. That's where you see more effect, is shipping oil, crude oil, okay? Not refined, just straight crude. So with this attack in Saudi Arabia, I would think you're going to end up seeing a lot more crude moving, depending on how long that's going to last over there. You're going to see a lot more exported. The export numbers go up. But again, I don't see that affecting the rates that are being paid by these fracking companies for guys to go out there and haul sand, because 90% of them don't have the cojones to turn and tell their customers to kiss their butts. We're not working for free. As long as they're working, they feel like they're making money, and then they wonder why they're going bankrupt a few years later, or they're losing trucks, or so on and so forth. You guys have really got to learn when to get the hell out. Brady Trucking is a larger company that was in the oil fields, and they got the hell out. You know, they're still doing a couple little things down there, but it's nothing where they're hauling sand for these shit rates. You know, Dirt Road Outlaws got out. Just wasn't making, wasn't going to make money at the rates they were wanting to pay, so he got out. You know, the trucks that I had running dedicated oil field work up around North Dakota and South Dakota and Montana are gone. They're not there no more. I've got them pulling OTR, specialized and flatbed freight. So, if you see the rates go up in the oil field, and it's a big damn if, they're not going to go up substantially, and even if they do go up substantially, it will be very short-lived. So don't go running just because you see the rates go up, because it's not going to last. Because what they're going to do is say, oh, the rates are up because oil prices are up, because Saudi Arabia is not putting out the oil they were putting out. And then they're going to get that plant over there fixed, and you're going to see the rates drop back down to this bullshit rate they got right now. And I'm not doing it. And if you're doing it, I hate to say it, you're kind of a dummy. Until next time, guys, like and share the videos, please. Get them out there. Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get back up to enough subscribers here that we can live stream all the time. We don't have to do this video stuff. I'm going to be creating a Facebook and an Instagram and a Twitter page, probably. I don't know about Twitter. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think about Twitter. But I'm going to be putting something out there, at least a Facebook page, and try to get this stepped up a little bit. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.